What's going on YouTube? CDA Green here, back with another video, and today we have Why You Shouldn't Text Women by Marv Over Matter. This guy, he just popped up in my recommended one day because I've been on the journey to get better with women, get more comfortable, get my confidence up. And he popped up. It was a video, I don't know what it was about. I think it was about why the older generation is so much more confident than the newer generation when it comes to approaching women, which is a very true sentiment, at least in my case, right? Compared to like my dad or my grandfather or something like that. But yeah, that was true. And ever since, I just been hooked on this man's vids, bro. I had to sub up, finally did it, and then he dropped this video called Why You Shouldn't Text Women. And that is a motherfucking fact, my boy. That's a fact. Or at least to a degree, but we're gonna let him handle it as things come up in the video. I'm gonna share my own experiences and opinions on the matter, which I'm sure they inevitably will come up. But for now, let's see what he gonna say. You know what I'm saying? Make sure to like the vid, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate y'all watching. Let's get straight to it. That boy Marv, man, shout out to him.
What up, YouTube? It's your boy Marv Over Matter.
Shit, Marv, this audio shit, nigga. This shit usually, you know what I'm saying? You come a little more correct usually, but all right, we gonna let you rock. This shit ass though.
With another video, and today what I'm gonna talk about is why you shouldn't text girls, man. Why you shouldn't text girls, especially early on, right? Especially early on when you're first talking to a girl. You're out, you get her number, you're on a dating app, you get her number, you match with her on a dating app. Why you shouldn't spend so much time trying to connect and, you know, converse
in the text
via texting.
Yeah, right. I was ready to say, like, damn, like, I get the number, I shouldn't text them. How am I going, you feel me? How am I going to set up the in-person link? But he just saying, don't live in the text, bro. The things you talking about in text, talk about in person. You feel me? That's smart.
By the written word. You shouldn't be using the written word in order to communicate with women, because so much is lost in writing.
Yep. So
much is lost in writing. Writing is really best used professionally because there's not a lot of nuance professionally. Everything is very straightforward, very to the point.
Yeah. In most professional settings with writing, you're just trying to get the information across. You don't got to show your personality or do none of that extra stuff involved with texting women or communicating with women, right? That's why we got to use things like emojis in the text, but even that, it seemed childish. I don't like doing that shit, so yeah, you're right.
And that's when the written word is you know, at its best. When you're not trying to add nuance, humor, anything else, any other layer that you add to your communication, it's going to be lost in translation when you're writing, right? Mm-hmm. So much of communication is your tonality, your inflections, the
body
pauses
language
in the way that you speak.
Yep.
The tone, the volume, right? So much of, and that's just verbally, not to mention the body language, not to mention the facial expressions, right? All that combined is communication. And all that is necessary, right? All that is necessary, or all that adds to, I should say, building chemistry and connection with another human being, a man and a woman in this case, right? That I'm talking about. When you first meet a girl, if you text her, you're not really communicating, you're not really connecting, you're not really engaging.
Yep.
Texting, there's too much going.
That's why the in-person, when you go and approach her, that should be fire, right? But then you text her in person. I mean, what the fuck? That was dumb as shit. Why did I say that? But then you text her in the messages, and then that shit's ass. It's not the same. It's a whole different situation. You would have thought it was a whole different girl on the phone with you right now than the one you met in person, bro, because the in-person just hits so much more. It's different for real.
Going on in people's lives, right? There's too many distractions. She's on her phone. She's getting other texts. She's getting other DMs.
Yep, she's getting other texts, getting other DMs, bro. If she ever says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see your message," nigga, she's lying. She's always on her phone, bro. Women be bullshitting, bro. It's like, if you're not gonna give a nigga a text back, assuming that she gave you the contact info and you didn't just slide into the DM, don't even give me hope, man. Like, come on. Yeah, I've been dealing with that shit lately. I ain't gonna lie.
She's scrolling on Instagram. She's scrolling on TikTok. She's on YouTube, whatever it is, right? And that's all distracting her from really engaging and talking to you. she's not paying attention to you. She's not really paying attention to you. Unless you're a guy she is like absolutely head over heels for right away, that's kind of the exception. Then you can text and it's fine. But even then, you will do better if you can communicate verbally or communicate in person, right? Now, obviously, you first meet this girl, you're trying to get her on a date. So you're trying to text in order for her to be like, you know, into the date or even agree to the date.
Yeah.
I personally, right, I think you should try to get the FaceTime. You should try to get a phone call.
Okay. I contemplated that one, but I felt like before the text, just a phone call or FaceTime off rip, it could be kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like if your phone start buzzing and it's just a joint you just met the first, I mean, it's different for men because if a girl calls, we picking up. But if you a girl and your phone buzzing and the first thing you see is just the man's name and that joint just ringing out of nowhere, no warning, you like, oh, like dang, like this a little sudden, you probably not gonna pick that joint up and it's gonna rub you the wrong way. But I guess if you establish it firsthand, or if she just fuck with you that much or you that nigga, you know what I'm saying? But then again, just her you calling her might pique her interest to the point where she'll pick up the phone. And then once you're on the phone, you convince her of who you are, your personality, how you're just a cool ass nigga in general. You know what I'm saying? Be like, how was your day? Oh, good. Or what'd you do today? Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, me? Yeah, I did this too. Yeah. Throw in some jokes, comedy in there. By the way, we should link up when you free. I'm trying to take you out. Like, that's hard. I ain't gonna lie, that's hard. I might start doing that shit, no cap. But then again, on FaceTime, I'll be looking ugly as shit, so maybe not. I might have the camera face up like the hoes be doing this, bro. No
for the date, for two reasons. One reason is because it's going to ease her into going on the date, right? She's going to feel more comfortable after having a good conversation with you, after having a good talk with you over FaceTime or phone call. She's going to feel like, okay, we're kind of compatible, right? Okay, I actually like talking to this guy. I wouldn't mind seeing him in person. Right? It takes away a lot of the fear and anxiety that they naturally have because you're a stranger. You're a stranger. Mm-hmm. Even if she thinks you're attractive, you're just an attractive stranger. So she's reserved, right? There's a level of hesitancy. There's a level of like, I'm not really sure about this guy. I got to figure him out, right? And because they have to figure you out, if you're texting, the only thing they can really do is not respond right away, right? That's really the only tactic that girls use over text to kind of figure you out or to kind of like see if you like them or whatever, you know, see your intention, whatever it is. Like it all boils down to like, I'm not going to be that responsive and we're going to see if he still tries to get me anyways. They can really only...
But that's backwards as shit. Cause if you're like, okay, I'm going to not respond to him and see if he hangs in there. But really from our standpoint, you not responding, it's like, damn, she not interested. Fuck, let me fall back. And then when we fall back, you're like, oh, I knew you're like just all the other guys. You just want to use me for my body. And it's like, shorty, you didn't give me no time of day. Like, you know what I'm saying? What you want me to do? Like lick your boots? Like, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, one text is all you get with me. If you don't respond, that's it. If it take you like a couple hours to respond, that's it. I ain't gonna lie. If you don't respond within that first hour, or you don't apologize as to why you didn't, not apologize, but explain to why it took so long, that's it. From here on out, you know what I'm saying?
Play hard to get through text. Unless the girl is extremely sophisticated, extremely intelligent, and she knows how to like talk through text and really be good at communicating through text. Like she gotta have game damn there, right? She gotta have like a high level understanding of how to communicate in order to really like text and get a lot out of you. Most girls are not like that. Most girls are not that, you know, that nuanced when it comes to texting. So the only thing they really do is they just play games by like not responding to you and or ghosting you and seeing if you still hit them up again. Like that's all they really got. That's the only move they really got. Mm-hmm. So having a FaceTime or phone call, you avoid that because she can figure you out by talking to you. She can figure you out by actually having a conversation, actually engaging with you. And then she can feel comfortable after having that conversation. The second reason, and I think arguably more important, is you can see if you even want to go on a date with this girl. You can tell. It's for you. It's for you to see, okay, before I spend money, if you decide you want to spend money on a date, before I spend this money, before I
Come up off that bag, boy. Before I drop a bag on shorty for her not to even show me no love. Yeah, bro.
Get dressed up, drive all the way to where I'm about to drive to, whether it's you got to pick her up or you just going straight there, wherever it is, before you spend your time and your energy to go on a date to see if you even like the girl. How about you just see if you like the girl first? Have a conversation with her first.
And that's through the face.
So we be so eager to just I need to get up in person. I need to get like so quick, right? Dudes be so quick to like wanting I don't care about anything. I just want to get on a date with her. She's so fine. I want to get on a date with her. But you don't even know if y'all gonna connect. You don't even know if anything's gonna be.
And that's kind of assuming that you don't have a conversation upon approach, because there is many ways to approach a woman. You could just go straight out. I think you're beautiful. Can I get your number? You'd be like, oh, how's your day going? You know what I'm saying? You good? That's what's up. Oh, yeah, I thought you was pretty. You know what I'm saying? Can I get your number? Or you could just be smooth as shit, Casanova in that joint. You just effortless. You know what I'm saying? You teasing in, flirting. You know what I'm saying? Casual conversation. You say some slick shit like, yo, you cool as shit. I need your number. I ain't gonna lie. This can't be the last time we talk. Let me get your number. Like, that's hard, bro. Like, there's so many ways to do it. But I think in this situation, he's talking about the scenario where you came and you really didn't talk to her like that. You kind of just went off her appearance and her beauty, and you was like, yeah, let me just get the number. And she was fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? But you still don't really know her.
It's gonna be smooth. It's gonna be fluid. If you actually like her as a girl, like actually like her as a person, y'all gotta see if you like her. And the only way you really gonna do that is through having a conversation. Like I said, rarely the girl is really, really into you off the rip, like just head over heels. Okay, you'll be able to have a good conversation via text right away. You'll be able to laugh and joke and all this stuff. Some girls are just witty and they know how to have a conversation and banter and be cool over text, but most girls don't. Most girls don't. They're not doing that. They're just playing the game of like, I'm gonna ignore him. Right? So in that aspect, it's going to be good.
Bro, I fuck with how this nigga Marv don't cut the vid at all, bro. Like he don't edit nothing out, bro. I fuck with that shit. It shows confidence and dominance. If y'all know that reference, shout out to y'all. But yeah, bro, like that's just really what it means to be a confident person in general. You know what I'm saying? You don't rush. You carefully choose what words that you use. You don't let silence, awkwardness phase you. You just do what you need to do, and that's it. You just being you. That's hard. I like that, man. I need to start doing shit like that for real.
For you to FaceTime first. Now, this video was inspired by a subscriber asking, okay, do you text after the first date? Or do you let the girl text you? And again, this is all circumstantial. So I will text after the date if I know I had a good date. Right? I will text her after the date if I know we had a good date. How do I know if we had a good date? Because I had a good date. If I had a good date, I'm pretty sure she had a good date.
Yep. I'm good. Thank you though.
That's a fair way to look at it, right? If I had a good date, she had a good date. Now, this is not true if you're a narcissist and you're not, or you just lack empathy and you're not aware of how another person feels, how another person is experiencing the moment. If you can't pay attention to the small details, which some of you may not be able to because you don't have the experience, right? So for you, if you don't have the experience, then you're going to have to gauge it off of other things. You're going to have to just try to see, okay, I mean, I don't know. I can't tell if she had a good day because you're probably so nervous you didn't have a good date. You know what I mean? And it's probably the case that if you didn't have a good date, right? If you were so nervous or whatever that you couldn't really get into the date, she probably didn't have a good date, right? So if for anybody, if you didn't have a good date, she didn't have a good date. But for guys who can tell and are aware of women and are aware of people and have, you know, awareness in general of another person and how they're responding to a situation. If you had a good date, then they probably had a good date.
So then you text, but like if you never text, even after the awkward date, the things just fizzle out. They fade away. Unless you just saying, oh, catch him in person next. And it's like, I don't know when I'm gonna see him. Depending on where you seen him at. You know what I'm saying? If it's not like a reoccurring place y'all both go to. It's like, if it went bad, just let it rock. Take it on the chin. Let it be what it is. I don't know. But yeah. If it did go well, then yeah, of course, text. Yeah.
If you're not aware of other people, then if you had a good date, they may or may not have had a good date, right? So for you, if they may or may not have had a good date, just text, just see, just keep track. Like, okay, these girls were kind of acting like this and they responded. These girls were kind of acting like this and they didn't respond. Okay, you'll start to see a pattern and you'll start to understand, okay, when girls do this, they're having a good date. Okay, when they do this, they're not having a good date. Okay, I see. And then you'll be able to gauge and you'll have the experience. Then you'll reach the point where you can be like, well, I had a good date, so it was a good date, right? And when you reach that point, you won't be wondering whether you should text this girl, right? If you're wondering, damn, should I text her? Is she gonna respond? Right? If you're wondering, is she gonna respond? It's bad.
Yeah, it's bad. Just let it be, bro. Let it be. And it's like, I don't really know. I've never gotten that far to the point where it's like, okay, we done had the date. It went how it went. Let me text her now. Is she going to respond? I never gotten that far, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I just got in this game recently. I should have been in the field, but I just, you know what I'm saying? Coach just put me in the game. What do you want? You know what I'm saying? By coach, I'm talking about myself. I put myself in this. I should have been out here, but yeah, like I said, I was scared. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, what were we just talking about? What was we talking about? It was if yeah. I didn't get this far into if the date went well or if it didn't, then you should. Oh yeah, because yeah. If it's like a first interaction and then you get the number off that, oh, should I text? Is she gonna respond? It's nothing to think about, bro. You got it. That's what you have to do. That's the next order of action based on what you just did. You got the number. You know what I'm saying? You did what you need to do on the approach. So now you got to text. You got to follow through. But yeah, bro. I mean, if you're still interested in the person, you should, I guess, just text them. Like, as simple as that. But yeah, if you thinking, is she going to text back because you know you did something wrong? Yeah, bro. Yeah. We cool.
It's already bad, right? If you have to think, it's already bad. Like, I've never gone on a date, had a good date, and then wondered, like, is this girl gonna respond to me if I text her? Right? Now, you can fumble it during the texting if you're doing too much texting, right? That can happen. But is she going to respond to me? Or, like, is this gonna change how she feels about me if I text her? I've never really wondered that, because the way that I'm coming on the first date, the way that I'm having, you know, we're having a good time, we're engaging, you know what I'm saying? We're having deep conversation, we're flirting. For me, honestly, I'm probably getting physical on the first date in some type of way. Like, more than likely, I'm getting physical. And if I don't get the vibe that she wants me to try to get physical, then I'm assuming she's not having a good time. That's another sign. That's another way for me to know, like, oh, she's probably not having a good time.
See, Marv, bro, like, I'm gonna change the frame because that look kind of crazy, but Marv, he the type of guy, bro, like, you could tell he got so many hoes, bro. If he a coach, he better, you know what I'm saying? If we taking his advice, he better be swimming in it, bro. No cap. He's operating from a place of abundance. That's why he can drop a girl so easily. But dudes who's just getting into the field, dealing with one chick at a time, like, this man, everything to them, they had to drop 40 just to get this one girl. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna want to drop her because they don't know if they could do that again. They're not that confident yet. But Marv, he just like, yo, I get so many hoes, bro. If I got dropped one, it's cool. I still got like 99 more. It's like, that's tough. So I'm trying to get to this mental space, bro. No cap.
That's another sign. That's another way for me to know, like, oh, she's probably not having a good time. She doesn't give me any signs, or I don't get any vibe that she wants to kiss or whatever. Whether she does it or not, so like if I go in for a kiss, whether she kisses me or not is not really what I'm concerned about. What I'm concerned about is, did she give me the signs? Did she give me the vibe that she wanted to kiss? She might resist because she's like, no, I don't, you know, I have my boundaries. I don't want to do this, whatever. Right? But did she want to? That's what I'm paying attention to. Right? So when
even if it's the boundaries, I'm taking that as a L. I'm like, dang, you don't want to kiss me? I bet. That's shutting me down entirely, but it's nuance. Like Marv says, nuance to these things.
No, is it like, no, what are you doing? Or is it like, no, you shouldn't. right? Is it that, or is it like,
Yeah.
she's sure she doesn't want to, she's crazy, she's like, why did you even think this is a thing? Like, I gave you no signs, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it's that one, I'm not texting her. If I go in for a kiss and she's like, whoa, what are you doing? I'm not texting her after that. It's over.
Word.
I'm losing interest, personally. I don't have any interest in a girl who's like not having a good time with me. I don't understand how dudes do that, but if a girl's not enjoying my company, I don't want to be around her, personally. But if I go in for a kiss and she's like, no, we can't. Then I know, okay, she wanted to. She's enjoying herself. I can text that girl. I'm still interested in that girl.
Yeah, word.
Even if she's not doing it, she don't gotta always go ahead and whatever, right? But she has to have wanted to. Then I'm like, okay, she's feeling it. So that's another sign, right? But those are the times when you should text after the date. If you know this girl's gonna answer my text, then text her. Mm-hmm. If you like, I'm not sure, I don't know, then probably don't text her. And if she likes you, she'll text you.
Yeah.
If she had a really good time and maybe she was just nervous and she was just, because they are aware too. They know when they're being weird. They know when they're, off a little bit. Like, I've had situations where I'm hanging out with a girl and, they're kind of like more reserved. This happened when I was a bit less experienced because I didn't know how to like get them to open up and be comfortable. But I've been on dates where, it was a little bit like, okay, I'm not sure if this girl likes me. But then she was just nervous, right? And so she was holding back, and later she'll text or we'll talk about it like, okay, yeah, I was just so nervous. That's why I was acting like this. I'm sorry. I was acting like this because I was nervous.
See, bro, my mindset is so flawed, because even if that happens in the moment, if I didn't get that energy and then later you text me and it's like, I was just so nervous, I'm taking that as you lying, bro. I need to see the interest right up front, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or else, you know what I'm saying? I'm not texting you. Like, this is the theme of the video. I'm not texting you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think you're not messing with me. But yeah, it just shows how inexperienced I am, bro. No cap.
Right. So that'll happen, but she'll text you. She knows, okay, I gave him the sign I didn't like him. I like him. I need to let him know that I like him. And then she'll do it if she really likes you like that. And if she doesn't, then whatever. Move on.
She wasn't interested to begin with, bro. You good. I ain't missing nothing. If you got to text it, some girls just stand on that. They're like, yeah, I'm not texting a man first, even if she's madly in love with the dude. But most of the time, if she's not texting you first, and you always got to be the one to hit her up, that's a sign in and of itself. You fall back till she crawl back. Shout out my boy Taekwondo. If it's really an issue and she's really that bothered by your lack of presence, she'll text you. And if she don't, on to the next one.
That's okay.
Shoot. I'm over here talking like the wisest man alive, bro. Like, when I get in these videos, I know all the right things, but it's one thing to actually feel them and act like you know them, but I still don't.
So
I hate
after
that
a
about
good
myself.
day, you text her and you'll know she's gonna respond. You still don't want to just keep texting because that's still early on, right? Texting is something you do to, like, okay, it's like quick conversation, quick logistical things, right? You're trying to figure out, okay, are we going here? You doing this? All right, boom, boom. You're not having deep, engaging conversation until she's locked in. Once y'all locked in, you can do that. And you'll know that because she'll be texting you first sometimes. When y'all locked in, when she's really feeling you, you can kind of chill a little bit. She'll be texting you first. You know what I'm saying? You won't be wondering, like, oh, is it the right time to text her? Is it this? If you wondering that at all, don't do it. Just try to set up a phone call. Just try to set up the FaceTime until you feel like, oh, all right, we good. We locked in. She's feeling me. She texting me good morning. You know what I'm saying? She's spilling her, she's telling me her whole day, right? She's doing all this, right? Then, okay, cool. But in the beginning, you do not want to be texting because, like I said, so much is lost in translation. So much of the body language, so much of the tonality, so much of the facial expressions, it's all lost. It's all lost in translation.
That's a fact.
And you just end up being a stranger that she can't really connect with because the medium that you're using to communicate is not a good medium to connect. It's great for communicating specific things, right? Specific professional things like, okay, meet me at this time. That's very straightforward. There's no nuance in that. There's no subtlety. But if you're trying to make a flirty joke, if you're trying to use banter, now you're hurting her feelings. Now you sound like a creep. You know what I'm saying? All this is lost because you don't have everything. Everything that you're trying to communicate can't be communicated through text. So, guys,
working in harmony.
Get on a FaceTime, get on a phone call. That's going to be your best friend. Texting is trash. I hate texting. I don't text like that. I really don't. Especially early on in a relationship with a girl, like in interactions with a girl. Like, you want to get on the phone call, you want to get on the FaceTime. That's it. All right, fellas. So that's the video for today. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. Drop some more topics in the comment section. I got my coach.
W Marv, man, for real. W Marv. Let's give it up. Give it up for my dog. We was spitting that real talk, man, today. I ain't even gonna lie. Me, I don't even like texting in general, but that's always the field that, like, you know, it's the safest field. That's why most people use it, you know. It's harmless. It's just a text. Like, it's not too strong. Like, you'll see it when you see it. It doesn't jump out at you on the phone. Like, whenever you see it, you get to it. That's why it feels so safe. You know what I'm saying? A call is more, like, your heart start jumping when you see that contact pop up. Even more so if it's the FaceTime, you know what I'm saying? Because then you got your face in the camera, all that. But yeah, texting, I just don't like it because you got to wait for a response most of the time to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Even 10 minutes, I'm like, bro, I'm trying to talk now. Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? And most of the time when they get to texting you done been, you know what I'm saying, you off that now, so you doing something. By the time you finally free, boom, you send that text, now they doing something. Like, it's just so much back and forth, bro, unless y'all both children and y'all don't got nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? Keeping you busy throughout the day. But especially, bro, like when a girl, like when a joint just leave you there, bro, like for hours on end, bro, hours and hours and hours on end, bro. That whole time you doubting yourself, you in your head, you thinking negatively. Whereas if you was just to talk to him in person or call him, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing to wait on. It's nothing to think about. Like, you there, you just living in the moment, enjoying yourself. So that's the reason why I don't prefer text, even though that's what it has been. Only thing it has been really for me, you know what I'm saying? So far, it's a necessary evil. You got to do it in the beginning, like he said, you know what I'm saying, to set things up for in-person interaction. But if you can avoid it, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? But that was the video. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below. If you liked the vid, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate y'all watching. I'm gonna get up out of here. Catch y'all in the next video. Love y'all. Peace.